it was $65 to get the entire thing mowed when we had that property also. And then when we decided to have it to sell it and not do that, he's charging me $50. So I guess when they're here, it's almost like you wonder if that ever gets sold. Please God.
Sure.
If it does, you could almost like do something with that person. Could you like say, okay, can you just mow everybody's and split the cost or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how friendly you're going to be with the person. So that they come every week. Now I told them to make sure they were coming regularly in this summer when the house was on the market. Now they're still coming regularly. I have to call them and say, you don't need to come every week anymore.
We're good. Yeah.
Happy medium. No, I already told you that.
Oh, and who do you?
Oh, I use I'll give you his name. His name is grounds management. Okay, that's euphorbia, that little one that I said it was ocean spurge.
Okay.
Euphorbia.
And then besides the sort of the mowing,
the trees would be like, with the hemlocks, that's $300 a year. The deep root fertilizer of the maple, I think he charges that's once a year, and that's around $150. Not a huge amount for what you get. That's basically what we would have him do. He would love to do more, and he would love to kind of see all the dead limbs. And if we'd had, if you had deep pockets, you could really make this place a show place, right? Because look back there, you can see those kind of dead limbs hanging there, and you kind of go, oh, But they're fine.
Yeah.
But he said, and then he would take that dead red pine down. Eupatorium is that purple one. The one that you asked me, the purple one, I said it starts with an EU.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Eupatorium, chocolate snake
Chocolate
root.
snake, okay.
Snake root. Flora part sun, bloom summer to fall, relatives of the Joe Pye weed, and it sort of droops in the afternoon sun.
Oh, okay.
That's my little notes on all these things. I do want to recreate this garden somewhere in my life, so I want to keep these, but you're welcome to take any of these that you'd like and just copy them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
And you'd have it. I don't know if it's too much for you. I mean, you might say, hello. Most people, I just loved it.
what we could do that might be, efficient is we could take pictures of a bunch of them, and then we would have an image, and you would you'd keep everything, but then if we wanted to, we could find something and then we could write it out or do.
Absolutely.
So that might be just a small project to do the little image thing, but if you were open to that, then I could do that.
I would love to do something like that.
Yeah.
I really, really would.
Yeah.
Because then you can just always see it,
Yeah.
And any kind of little things, that you need. And then I have this pile of things that I tried, and they've gone by. So it's just throughout the 16 years, I tried them and they didn't come back, or for some reason, I just, I didn't feel like it did well or whatever. I just wouldn't replant it or something like that. And then I have these cards. So then I would kind of I didn't plant that once. I'd look in this stuff. It didn't do well. Yeah, and there it is.
Yeah.
So what was? So then I have that. So those are really the lawn maintenance. Now, he will also come and do. He'd also come and do the leaves in the fall, which is what you can do is either have him stop after the grass stops growing in late August or something. The grass doesn't grow much anymore. Let everything happen, and then he comes and he charges $600-700 to do that, to clean up all the leaves. Or you can just have him continue coming every week, and basically what they're doing is sucking up the leaves that are fallen, so they're going to keep on top of it. throughout the whole fall, which is, I don't know, probably, it makes it easier to live with because your house always looks really pretty nice and neat. You have the leaves constantly being picked up because these are all dropping leaves at various times. You know, everything. But they come with their little leaf blowers and everything, and I mean, it looks really great all year round.
Yeah.
So that, you know, might be something that you want to think about. The guys are really great. You know, they'll do whatever you want.
Okay.
You know, I really like Rich.
Okay.
Rich Andrade, I think his last name is. Brown's management. It's very good. And he has a long list of other things he do. I mean, you can see the condition of the grass is horrible. I mean, some people really like a golf course grass, you know, all one kind. I've never been into like really a lot of chemicals. So I try to do just whatever comes up.
I was once told one house we owned was once told if we put weed killer on the grass, we'd end up with dirt. And I'm like, you know what? It's green.
Yeah,
I don't really know what it is.
I know.
It's green and you can walk on it.
I know. That's exactly what I think of. And I know we do have some those plantains that are growing, which is kind of a really horrible weed. And you don't want them to get going, but you can basically just pull those out, you know. So that's what I do. If I see one coming, so I'll pull those out. Or dandelions the same way. You just pull them out, you know.
Yeah.
But some of the broad leaves ones you don't. And I have some crabgrass. But so. On the whole, I never have to worry about watering the grass at all. It's a thick, heavy, rich soil we have here.
Okay.
So you were really lucky on that. You lucked out. Heavy, meaning it holds water. You don't have to, you do have to worry about watering in a summer like we're having. But you don't have to worry about the grass that much. I mean, it's getting a little bit brown here. And
How often do you run the irrigation?
Well, I do it, it's supposed to be twice a week. Town of Sharon gets really,
Yeah.
but
I know. I was like, how much?
I
You
know.
have to, and then how much do you?
how I do it, yes, we're allowed to do it. And then maybe we'll do it another extra time. Now, per your request, we had them come and turn off that part so that when they dig that septic, any of those pipings will just kind of be, it won't affect. So according to the irrigation guy, which I have to call them again, this part, the front, in this zone, which is the border garden, and the shady garden was supposed to be untouched. So it's the sunny garden and the garage garden. Those two are just, you cap them off so that when they start digging those tubes, they won't. You then call the people and say, we need another spigot over to this.
So is it? Can we from the current? So
But you should, when you
Yeah.
take over, you should just call them and say, and I'm going to call, not Andy Phillips, what's his name? Berardi. It's Berardi Irrigation, and I dealt with the owner, Mr. Berardi, I can't remember his first name. And he was very nice, but an underling came, which he was very, well, why do they want to do that? Why do they want to? I said, well, somebody else is going to buy that, and they're going to be digging a septic, and they don't want, well, why don't they deal with it then? I said, I'm doing what the owners want, so just, well, okay, I'm going, okay, so what's still open? He said, well, these three are open. So then he said, so then he left, and then the irrigation came on, and I don't think the shady garden it came on, so I'm going to have to try it. I'll show it to you. I should probably just show you that right now before you go to.
just to see what it is.